Good afternoon, guys and gals, brothers and sisters. This is North Shore Preparedness coming to you from the windswept shores of Lake Ontario. Today is Saturday, March the 13th, 2021, and as you can see, we have a fairly clear day here, but it's pretty cool. We're only a couple of degrees, hovering a couple of degrees above freezing. But we got clear blue skies for the most part. You know, we got a bit of cloud here and there, but not terrible. But we do have some fairly strong winds coming out of the northwest, which is why I'm over here on the east side of the house filming this today. And what I've got for you guys is just a simple, an easy video today on how to use a fixed blade knife to baton wood. Now, what batoning is just it's a method you can use, like if you've forgotten your hatchet, or if you don't happen to have a hatchet around or whatever, you need to make a fire, if you need to break down some wood to make kindling. Okay, so it's very, very easy to do. I got talking to somebody I think it was a live stream from Broussard Homestead, and I got talking to somebody in the chat who was asking about using a fixed blade knife, and I think that person's YouTube name is A Fishes and Loaves channel. So I told him, I said, okay, I'll go ahead and I'll show you a simple way to use a fixed blade knife to do batoning. Okay, so this is going to be it. It's a very simple technique. It's not difficult to do, and it doesn't take a whole lot of effort. And it's fantastic if all you've got with you is your survival knife, or any knife with a decent edge. You can do this with. So let me just swing the camera around here a little bit, and let's just get focused on my little work area here, where I'm going to be showing you this. And I'm just doing this on the deck. It's not heavy chopping or anything like that. So, and I'll show you what we need to get this done. Let me just flip this viewfinder around so I can see what I'm doing, okay? Okay, so what you need is you want your piece of wood that you want to reduce in size to make kindling, okay? Kindling or tinder, whichever. Now, you have to be careful, because as you can see, this piece of wood right here has a fairly good little knot in it, so you want to avoid any wood that's too much knotty. And you can see you've got the grains going this way, and what we're going to do is we're going to want to chop with the length of those grains. Okay, now what else? So that's what the first thing you're going to need is your piece of wood that you want to reduce in size. The next thing you need is either another stick or another chunk of wood, or you could use a rock even, I guess, if you wanted to, or the limb of a tree, as to use as your baton, which you're going to strike your knife with. The next thing you're going to need, the most important, the star of the show, is any fixed blade knife. Now, the one I'm using today, this is just my outdoor garden knife, and I use this to do my batoning all the time when I make a fire. And as you can see, you want to use a knife that's full tang, where the blade goes right through to the back of the handle. You don't want to use a knife where the blade sort of stops here, because you may end up breaking your knife. Yeah, so any knife will do, and like I say, I do this all the time. Very, very simple. Every single time before I'm going to do a fire and I'm making my kindling, this is the knife that I use. You don't need anything fancy for this. So like I said, you're going to want to avoid that knot. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to set your knife into the wood a little bit. Just get your knife there and you bang on the top of it. Give it a couple of taps so that your blade is set into the wood. You can see that. It's set into the wood about 1/4 of an inch. Then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to turn your knife so that the knife is parallel to your body. Okay. Now you see how I have the end of this knife is a few inches past the wood. You want your wood sort of in the middle of your knife, because you're going to be striking on the outside end of the knife, okay? Now, it doesn't matter if you're left-handed or right-handed to do this. What you want to do is you want to use your batoning piece of wood in your dominant hand, and your less dominant hand you just want to use to hold the handle of the knife, okay? So we'll turn this knife so that it's parallel to ourselves. We'll hang on to the handle, and then we'll just tap. Just like that, okay? Our wood is now reduced in half, pretty much. Let's just show you doing a little bit smaller pieces, okay? See, I'm doing this up on the deck because it doesn't take a whole lot of strength or effort, and it's not abusive to the deck. But you can do this on the ground, or on some patio stones or bricks, or on top of a rock or another piece of wood if you need to. You see how lightly I'm tapping on that on the blade? Doesn't take a whole lot of effort at all. You see? Now we have some nice smaller pieces of wood we can use as kindling, or shave down to make feather sticks as tinder to start our fire with. And that's exactly how easy batoning is. And like I said, you do not need a fancy knife of any kind. Like I said, this is just my old outdoor garden knife, and I leave it outside all year. You can see it's got a big chip out of the blade right here. So for this batoning technique, you want to use a blade that has only one edge on it, and where the back edge is kind of flat. I don't think you'd want to use a dual bladed knife for this, because then you would be striking on a bladed edge, whichever way you held it. So that's what I've got for you guys today, and at a Fishes and Loaves. If any of you guys have other ways to use fixed blade knives, please go ahead and in the comments down below, go ahead and put a link to videos that you might have of techniques on how to use a fixed blade knife, so that Fishes and Loaves can get some more ideas on how to use their fixed blade knife, okay? So that's what I've got for you guys. Just a short video today on a very, very simple and effective technique that I use all the time. All the time. Like, I don't remember the last time I brought out a hatchet to make kindling for my fire. I might have a difficult time locating my hatchet at this point. It's been that long. But anyways, that's what I've got for you guys today. I hope everyone is well and safe. This is going to be north, out for now.